You have moments where you bring out your higher self, or let's say instead of getting emotional, you step back and you analyze yourself and you control it. It's a great feeling. I compare it to there's a self in you that wants to come out, that's there, that's buried within, that will feel better. When we bring it out, we feel better. The lower self is our animal nature. It's that chimpanzee or that lizard inside of us. When you're bringing out the higher self, you actually become, I say in the book, you're becoming human. Your lower self is your addictions. You're always wanting something easy and fast, and quick. It's your aggression without thinking. And when you indulge in that, you don't feel good. It's like a sugar high. You might feel a little bit high, but God, the next day, something about you, it doesn't sit well within you. You want to bring out that higher self, and I want you to confront that and not deny it anymore and see that that's in you. It's in everyone. It's not like Gandhi is Gandhi and I could never reach that. No, every human has it. It's extremely democratic. I wrote a lot about, in my Human Nature book, about the shadow side of human nature. We all have it. We all have a dark side. We all have hidden aggression. We all have feelings of envy. We all have feelings of grandiosity. We all have aggressive impulses. How do you deal with it? And I say the way to deal is to channel it into something positive and pro-social. And that can be putting it in your artwork, venting that anger and that outrage in something that people kind of can identify with. Or it can be in organizing something. That could be your purpose in life, in actually doing something positive. So that's the only way that you could actually use that energy for some kind of actual life's task. The main mistake we make in dealing with other people, and it's a common mistake that I make as well, is we take the appearances for reality. We take their masks for how they appear to us, for their politeness, for their smiles, for their saying, oh, I loved you, etc., for the reality. And we have to learn that to look behind people's masks. We have to learn what's really, really going on behind them. And we have to learn some basics about human nature. Use your dark side for positive purposes. Let's say you have a lot of anger in your inside, and I had a lot of anger when I was younger. I was a very angry young man, right? Channel that into some kind of cause. And you know, I have a lot of causes that I believe in very deeply. And when I was younger, I was like that. Channel that energy into something productive and helpful, and put it into something that goes to something that helps society. That's using your dark side for positive purposes. Because the dark side of human nature has a lot of creativity, has a lot of energy. An artist has to have a dark side. You use your dark side because all those dark emotions, all the people that shat on you in your life, they inspire you. They create your best work. Don't run away from your shadow. Don't run away from your narcissism. Use it in a healthy way.
And acknowledge it. I think that's the hardest thing for people to do, right?
Yeah.
So few people, I think, including myself, have really fully understood what their shadow and their dark side is. I mean, doing this podcast has really helped me because I learn things from other people vicariously, and then I look at reflecting myself, or keeping a diary has helped me to understand that. But that first step in someone having the self-awareness to understand their dark side. I mean, there's even a lot of people who confronting their dark side would be so, it feels like it would be so impactful on their self-esteem in a negative sense that they spend their life putting up a wall to never go there. I mean, there's some people who you even mention something to them and they would triggers them.
Yeah.
You know, we can all think of those people.
So somebody who feels envious of you ends up befriending you, and consciously they may not be even aware of it. They think, well, I do want to like them, but unconsciously they feel envy. They think that you have success that you don't necessarily deserve, that you have what they want. Right? They become your friend, and they charm you, etc., etc. And then lo and behold, you start noticing all kinds of behavior that's very ugly, that you weren't expecting because they're your friend. They start saying bitchy comments that get under your skin, that make you feel insecure. They take things from you. They act in ways that are hurtful, but because they're your friend, your first instinct is to blame yourself. Well, maybe it's my fault that they've done this. Maybe I'm actually to blame for what they're saying, etc., etc. So I believe behind the frenemies phenomenon is this phenomenon of envy, where the person secretly wants what you have, and they're becoming your friends so that they can. And we have this idea that everything in life should be easy. It's all about just, well, if I apply myself really hard, I should be successful. But I kept noticing this blind spot that people had. They were terrible in dealing with people. They were making all of these mistakes. Everybody wears a mask. You wear a mask, I wear a mask when we're out in the public realm. We don't exactly say what we think, right? we're all a bit strategic. And if you're not careful, you're constantly saying the wrong things. You're constantly misreading people. You're doing things at your job that you think are going to impress, but they have the opposite effect. And then something bad happens and you're confused and you're emotional. There's like this circle atmosphere of pain around the globe, people suffering because they don't know how to handle the people in their lives. And because we're so virtual, we're so locked in our phones, that we're becoming worse and worse at reading other people and understanding you.